years.
Infiltrated.
Odin, Raven, black skin, last chapter.
Exposed.
You said you wanted to answer the same question.
Yeah, you said the actual question was what his regrets, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that, and I'll just say it. If I was to answer that, it was like how I let anger control me for most of my life. Right?
Thanks.
Cause I really, like when I look back at it, it was just flaming anger, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which made me the monster that some people probably see me as, but yeah, that's what it was.
What was the source?
Lost my mother when I was young, and I just couldn't take it. And for a long time, I wouldn't accept it.
Mm.
One of the deepest things I did in prison, though, like to add to my story, is I wrote her a letter in 1997. That's like almost 10 years after her death. I wrote her a letter and sent it to the crib and shit. But that's how I couldn't deal with it. I guess at that point, that letter, which I sent to her, melted to her name and all that, it brought me closer to closure and acceptance all at the same time. I couldn't deal with one and one. I had to deal with it all on one lane.
That's a therapeutic method.
Yeah.
I've had
to write.
I had to write a couple letters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I had to, man. And out of all people I could have wrote in the world, and I was writing a lot of time, 'cause I did a lot of time, I said I gotta write my mom.
What did you say in the letter?
Just that I missed her. Yeah. And how much she missed, because I was 14 when I lost her. So you gotta realize that after that, my life was hell. Got convicted 21. I got arrested at 20. So it's not like I had...
I never knew you lost. As long as I know you, I've known you for like almost 30 years.
Yeah.
Almost 30 years.
Yeah.
Right? I never knew you lost your moms at a young age like that. I thought all that time you was with us, you had your mama do on deck.
Nah, son, my grandmother.
That's fucking rough, bro.
Then it's crazy as I lost my
my
grandmother.
mom's on deck.
Nah, that was my grandmother. It was crazy. You know that too. Yeah. My grandmother, as soon as I got an open date, when they decided to let me go, I lost my grandmother waiting in the cell to come home.
Yeah.
Wow.
When they came, I had an open date when the officers came to my cell. Like, you want to go to the funeral? I told them nah. I was gonna go. The morning they came to my cell early, I was gonna go, but I said nah. I don't want to come home after this bed wearing that. You heard?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I said nah. And I closed my cell. I said I'll be out of here in about 11 days. You heard? I'll be released. You heard?
Wow.
Yeah, that's a hard hit. I lost my mom.
Yeah.
I lost my mom. I went to my first parole board in 2018. My mom's died January 16, 2018. And I went to the parole board October 2018. And that was my first parole board. Wow. That's when I had 30 in. And I lost my mom, like I said, I lost her at the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. So I went 10 months with the loss, went to the funeral and everything with my family, grieved. Thought I was grieving because I lost so many people in prison. Yeah. And in prison, you don't really grieve. You just
ain't no time for that. Ain't no space for it.
You bury the emotions of the grief, of the loss, with the people that you lost. And I still haven't really truly grieved my mother. And I know, because I read a lot of self-help psychology books. I even read Dr. Phil. Shout out Dr. Phil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I read a lot
of what I'm talking about. Right. I read a lot of books by him in the box. You know, I used to watch him on television a lot too. You know what he's talking about. And the truth comes from any shade of color. Mm-hmm. But while I was when I lost my mom, that was a hard hit because when I went to the board, I'm dealing with the loss of my mother. 28 days before the parole board, I'm going to commissary. I was in Sullivan prison. They had this big Arnold Schwarzenegger looking ass redneck. They used to mess with and Sullivan is like a cripple jail. No, right. That's like, jail is it's a small population, less than 500
but they got
prisoners in there. Yeah, most of the prisoners in there is elderly. It's like a senior citizen for prisoners. Wow. You got guys in there, serial killers is in there.
Yeah, they wheelchair.
They had the Amityville horror dude was in there.
David Berkowitz.
David Berkowitz
was in there. The Amityville horror dude was a fucking nut. He was really crazy. He was in my house. We watching remember the new version of Amityville horror? I need to tell the story. I'm sorry, Matt.
Yeah, tell it.
Because this is really, everybody know who the fucking Amityville horror dude was, right? Well, I was in the house with this guy.
This